bells, jingle all the way. Boys, hello. How are we? I hope everyone is in the Christmas spirit. What date is it? Is it the 12th of December, I think? It is indeed, 12th of December. Today's video, I'm going to basically take you through a hybrid, okay? I'm not a hybrid athlete, I'm not doing high rocks. Don't shit yourself. But I'm going to take you through a hybrid of a full day of eating and a day in the life, because obviously YouTube videos from myself these days, they're quite rare to come by. I'm averaging about one a month at the moment, which is not ideal. There was a point in time where I'm pretty sure there was a point in time I was doing 2 YouTube videos a week. However, that was back in the day, about 2 years ago, when I had a lot more free time than I currently do, right? So apologies. I need to get, if anyone knows a good editor, yeah, by chance, let me know, because at the moment I have to do everything myself, and editing these vlogs genuinely takes me about 5 or 6 hours. I've been watching a lot recently of AB. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard of AB. I don't know how he does it. He edits his YouTube videos on his phone. How the fuck is that guy doing it? It takes me hours on a computer, on a laptop, with a monitor. God knows, I don't know how he does it. Anyway, today we're doing a hybrid, full day of eating and a day in the life. So today is a rest day for me, okay? Which means on a rest day, that's basically like a heavy workload day for me in terms of like coaching and just the business in general. Anyone who's not self-employed life is just constantly like putting out fires at all times. Like there's not a point in time where I can just not think about work, pretty much. There's always something which I could be doing. And on a training day, I like to put training as the priority, because in summer, when I was fucking rammed full with coaching, business, like ridiculously busy, obviously, because everyone in summer wants to get in shape, I ended up putting my own training on a back burner. And short term, it's okay. You can do it for a week or two. But when after 3 months, you've been averaging 2 training sessions per week, your physique starts to look pretty shit. And during this bulk, I'm in a bulk at the moment, the goal is to either do a photo shoot or step on stage again in 2026. So for the majority, for like 9 out of 12 months next year, I'm going to be in a bulk. Might do a little mini cut around summer, but at the moment, I just want to get fucking massive. Like I say, I'm undecided as to whether I'm going to do a photo shoot or actually step on stage again. I'm not sure. We'll see where I'm at in terms of life. Like if I'm living abroad, which fingers crossed by that point I am, or even thinking about it, like obviously I'm not going to then come back to the UK to compete. I don't know, okay? At the moment, I'm 25, yeah? And I'm like stuck between 2 things. I'm like, right, part of me wants to just fucking send it, move to Bali or Thailand or Dubai or just move abroad somewhere. Part of me is like, well, soon everyone's just going to start having kids and getting mortgages and houses and shit like that, and it's time to be an adult. So I'm torn between the 2 things. I need to decide what I actually want to do in my life. But one thing I know what I want to do is get fucking massive. So today is a rest day, which means I've got 3,100 calories to consume and 210 grams of protein. It was 200 grams. Josh, my coach, bumped it up by like 10 grams just because when you are consuming a lot of calories, you get a lot of trace protein, I call it, from carbohydrates. So if you're eating a lot of like bread, rice, pasta, gnocchi, that sort of shit, sourdough, you'll notice, like for example, 1 bagel has got 10 grams of protein in. Now you don't want to be consuming a large proportion of your daily protein intake from trace protein, which is basically, I call it that because it's protein, but it's not going to do a great deal in terms of muscle building. It's not got a complete amino acid profile. So first day of the meal, right? I've just been to Sainsbury's to get some supplies for today because I was running pretty low. So I'm going to chef that up. You'll see what it is in a second. 3,100 calories, 210 grams of protein. And then to be honest, carbs and fats, especially on a rest day, I couldn't give a fuck about. Genuinely, like on a rest day, I use that more as like and I say this to my clients as well, it's more of like not a freestyle day, but you've got more flexibility because obviously if you're not training, the demand for carbs isn't there. So if you go a little bit higher on fats, doesn't really matter too much as long as you make sure when you're training the following day you get plenty of carbs in before that session. So yeah, I'm gonna whip that up. I'm fucking starving. It's currently, it's 11:15, brilliant. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not a morning person, so I've already been awake for like 2 hours, but it just takes me a bit of time to like wake up to the world. Else if I'd have started recording this an hour and a half ago when I'd just woken up, you'd have gotten zero personality out of me. And we don't want that, do we? We want a bit of jazz, a bit of fucking... I was going to say something derogatory then. Right, the bacon is in the oven, and whilst that is cooking, I'm going to have my advent calendar, because what better way to start a day in December than with your advent calendar? I mean, it's the only way, isn't it really? I can't actually believe the other day, let me see if I can do this one-handed. Oh yes, come on. Kinder, by the way, Kinder, fucking goat. I can't actually believe the other day I saw on a bodybuilder story the fact that it was genuinely like saying, I don't know, let me mute this. He genuinely put a story up weighing up like the pros and cons of having an advent calendar. Like, come on mate, come on. It's a little piece of chalky rice, it's 20 calories. If you're not losing weight and you think it's because of your advent calendar, you're either nailing the entire fucking thing in one go, or you've got problems elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, mate, honestly. Right, so we've got ourselves a bacon and egg sandwich. I decided against putting cheese on the bread just because I've only got like 3,000 calories to play with, so if I have cheese in the eggs and cheese on the bread, I'm going to leave myself with fuck all calories for the rest of the day. So the macros for this one are, I don't actually know, I've also got an apple because health mate, and everyone will just get on at me in the comments below being like, oh, you're a nutritionist and you literally eat like no fruit and veg. So yeah, we've got an apple there just to make you all shut the fuck up. So sourdough, I've got 4 slices of that. Where is it? Seeded loaf. I literally don't even know why, by the way, I've all of a sudden just started eating bacon. Like, it's almost as if, when did I have it for the first time? I think I had it because Sally likes bacon, so I got it for her when she was over one weekend. And then since then I was like, actually, I forgot how nice bacon is, because I never have it usually. And it is actually really good for like macros, like 4 rashers of bacon there, 124 calories, 11.4 grams of protein. And then when you add obviously the protein from the eggs as well, we were talking like, I mean, I'll tell you in a sec the macros, but I know for a fact it's pretty good. I mean, if you're dieting, you're probably going to struggle to fit it into your macros. I mean, yeah, you will. This entire meal is 1,000 calories, and it's not even that much. So the macros on this meal are 115 carb, 38 fat, and 59 protein. So yeah, pretty high in fat because of obviously the eggs, the cheese, and the bacon. If you wanted to lower the fat, you could get bacon medallions, but reason I haven't, 1, I'm bulking, 2, they're fucking expensive. However, like I say, if you absolutely love bacon and you're dieting, trying to lose body fat, then bacon medallions are an option. And then you could also, obviously, with the eggs, just have maybe 1 yolk or 2 yolks and then the rest egg whites. You don't have to have 4 full eggs like I have here. So I'm going to eat this and you can sit there and watch me. Or not, actually. That breakfast, I'm not going to lie, has actually sat quite heavy. I would go for a walk, however, I've got shit which I need to fucking do. So we'll go for a walk later on. Now, I've got my to-do list up on my phone. First job is check-ins. I've got 6 late check-ins. Whoever fucking uploaded late check-ins, you're sacked as a client. That's a joke, by the way. So I've got Dill, Rob, Josh, Alex, Reese, and John's check-ins to do. And then the next job is I've basically just got to look over Eliminate with every launch that I do. So I usually run about 3 of them a year. I usually do January, I usually do before summer, so around March, April time, and then I usually do post-summer. They're like the 3 main points in the year where people want to get in shape. So unless you're aware, Eliminate is basically like my 8-week challenge. Now, the beauty of Eliminate is, 1, it's £99 for 8 weeks, which is ridiculously cheap, by the way. Like, my one-to-one coaching is not that cheap. It's not as expensive as some people fucking charge, who by the way, you should not be charging that. And there's literally coaches who have started like coaching this year charging £250 a month. It's fucking ridiculous. They've got no results. But still, one-to-one coaching is a little bit more. But if you've never had a coach before, you don't know what online coaching is, or you just want to see like if we click or not, Eliminate is perfect. It's almost like the stepping stone for people who want to get results, they want to lose body fat fast, and if you also fancy winning yourself 250 quid in cash as well, if you get a sick transformation, then it's perfect. You know, genuinely, like the average rate of loss in Eliminate is nuts. It's like 8 kilos in 8 weeks, like a kilo per week, which is crazy. Like some of the lads on there, I think the first ever one I ran, which was this time last year, the top 3 all lost 12 kilos in 8 weeks, which is fucking nuts. The last one we did, I think all 3, yeah, the top 3 lost 10 kilos. But it just depends on who you get. Like for example, I've got a client who has gone from Eliminate into one-to-one called Cal, and he's like 56 kilos. So realistically, for him to lose 12 kilos in 8 weeks, would be absolutely insane, and it's just not going to happen, is it, realistically? So yeah, it all depends on obviously what your starting point is, but I've got to look over Eliminate. I'm going to make sure like if there's any changes I want to make to like the training programs, the recipe pack, just how everything runs, and then I've got to basically write out the email automations. So when you sign up to the priority list, you will basically receive a sequence of emails from me in the lead up to the spaces going live. So if you basically want more information about Eliminate, you want to be the first to get early access when the spaces do go live on the 30th of December, then you can sign up to the priority list. I'll put a link in the top line of the description, and you can sign up to the priority list. Get yourself on there, 99 quid, 8 weeks coaching, get fucking shredded, start the new year off in style. Check-ins are done, finito. Now I'm going to take a look over the Eliminate stuff and then also write the emails. I like to work on my bed, to be honest, whenever I'm doing like creative stuff, which if you're on my email list or you've ever signed up to the priority list before, you'll know my emails ain't the same old fucking commercial, boring business shit. Like, I actually like to put a bit of personality in my emails and just talk how I would usually talk in person, because realistically nobody wants to read some boring commercial shit, do they? Like, you want a bit of pizzazz in them. So whenever I'm doing any creative work, like on a Friday is usually the day that I send out an email. I'll sit down on my bed, I'll crack open a new tonic like I have now, stick my headphones in and just sort of come up with ideas. Whereas when I'm sat at my desk, I don't know, 1, my back hurts, and 2, like I just don't have the same creative flow as when I'm sat down on my bed, because I'm actually relaxed, listening to music, chilling out. My best ideas usually come to me when I'm most relaxed. Like whenever I can't plan content, like any of my reels, YouTube videos, anything like that, it's all like off the cuff shit, because my best ideas come to me at the most random times. It's either when I'm lying in bed at night, when I'm in the gym, or when I'm driving usually to or from the gym is when my best ideas come to me. If I sit down and try and plan anything really, nothing gets done. I end up just procrastinating or getting distracted. It is lunchtime, aka 4:10. That apparently is my lunch. It is what it is. When you get in the flow, mate, you've just got to keep fucking going. That's what I've found with myself, right? This is how I work. This is why I am not designed to do a 9 to 5, mate. Because like I said this morning, I'll wake up in the morning and I'm dead to the world. And I was like this when I was in school. When I was in school, right, it took me until like after break time, so we're talking like 11:30, 12, to the point where my brain was actually turned on and my personality was turned on. Like in the mornings, I'm useless, and then I'll get like spurts of creativity. Like, other than my check-ins, all of my content creation, editing, all that sort of stuff is done in like bursts, almost like when I feel like it. Because if I try and do it when I don't feel like it, trying to come up with ideas is like, it's like banging your head against the fucking brick wall, mate. When it comes to like creative stuff, it comes in waves. You can't just pluck an idea out of your head. So this meal, we have got a chicken and beef stir fry. Reason being, I pulled the beef out the fridge. I was like, right, that doesn't look like enough beef to make an entire stir fry. I usually have 175 grams raw weight, which is about 35, 40 grams of protein, I think. I've got about 100 grams of beef there, so I was like, right, I'm going to have to throw some chicken in there. So we've got a chicken and beef stir fry. You might notice, if you watched any of my previous full days of eating from summer when I was cutting, this is the same meal that was in there, just because it's so easy to make. It literally takes me like less than fucking 4 minutes to cook, and it does the job. Protein, calories, I mean, it's only about 500-600 calories, so around that mark is perfect for a rest day, because obviously this morning's breakfast was like nearly 1,100 calories, so I need this meal to fit in what I'm having later on. You'll like the meal which I'm making later on. It's a Morgie classic, put it that way. I forgot to even update you all on what the fuck has been happening in the past month or so since I last uploaded. I don't know how many of you lot who subscribe to my YouTube actually follow me on Instagram, because I mean, I've got what, 6,000 followers on Instagram and like 3,000 YouTube subscribers, so I'm assuming 50% of my Instagram following don't subscribe to my YouTube. So if you do subscribe to me on YouTube, go fucking follow me on Instagram as well. But I've been to Morocco on holiday. I got back like a week and a half ago, something like that. I'm still not tanned though, Sally is, but I'm apparently don't tan. I mean, to be honest, I was still, I said I wasn't going to work over there, but I ended up doing a launch for Eliminate Black Friday, so it is what it is. I'll spend most of my time either in the gym, at the bar, or on my laptop, like sorting shit out. But yeah, it is what it is. We sold all 10 spaces, so woo! And then I ate squid and octopus when we were on holiday. We ended up going out for food with a couple we met, and I had octopus when I was absolutely hammered, and ended up throwing it all up 3 times during the night. And do you know what made me throw up? It wasn't even the drink, it was just the thought of the tentacle in my mouth. Mate, it's such a weird experience, proper weird. If you've ever eaten octopus, you can literally feel its tentacles in your mouth. It's horrible. What else have I done? There was something else I was going to talk about. That was it. We had the team meetup last weekend with the lads, the Christmas do, which was really good actually, really, really good. It's the first time we've actually done one. We usually do meetups where obviously we all get together, we'll train and whatever. Sometimes there's a photo shoot going on as well. Going to do another photo shoot this summer. But yeah, it was good. I had all the lads in here first, pre-drinks, and that was just cool just to see all the lads. I remember walking in for the toilet and they're all sat there just chatting away, not even on the phones, just literally having a laugh, and I was like, yes, this is fucking sick. This is like what I want to build, like an actual, I don't like the word community. I think it sounds fucking cringe, like, but that's the word I'm looking for, is that community of lads who've all got similar interests. They all apparently love just getting absolutely hammered, ordering shitloads of shots to the point where they can't walk anymore. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I ended up doing about 16 shots, because there was 6 of us. Or was there 7? No, there was 6. And Josh wasn't drinking because he was going to watch the United game anyway. So Andy was also driving. So Jack and Kieran kept ordering fucking shots from the bar. Jaegers, Sambucas, tequilas, some fucking mango shot. Oh, mate. And then because obviously only 5 of us were drinking, there was always a spare shot. So guess who got nominated to have the spare shot every time? And then by the time Alex had got here as well, he'd already had 3 beers on the train and was pissed, so he didn't fancy his shot. So yeah, on Saturday I was, oh mate, that's the most drunk I've been for a long, long time. The hangover lasted for a good 2 or 3 days. But I am gonna go and edit a reel, which I've got to upload in about an hour. So in typical Morg fashion, everything's just last minute off the fucking cuff. I've literally just been doing the maths on MyFitnessPal, playing fucking MyFitnessPal Tetris, mate. And there was 2 different meals I had in mind for my tea tonight. And I was like, which one shall I have? Because one of them I can make and it'll give me another meal for tomorrow. Because when I make it, I have to make 2, do you know what I mean? Whereas this one, I can just make 1 of. And then I was just putting it into MyFitnessPal to see like what it landed me on in terms of obviously like macros, calories. Turns out I can fit them both into my macros, so it's the beauty of bulking, I guess. I'm going to have both of them. I'm going to make this one now. It's a little bit late. It's 7:15. But once I get stuck into work, I'm shit at working during the day, I've realised. Like, this video has been more about me being useless at fucking working at certain times, and less about what I'm actually eating. But yeah, that's the reality of it, mate. When you're self-employed, like, people don't realise that freedom is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing in the fact that you can do whatever the fuck you want, but it's also a curse in the fact that when you need to do something, it's then hard to actually motivate yourself. Like, I need a deadline to do something. So I think that's probably the reason why I work better in the evenings than I do in the morning or the afternoon, because I know, right, I've got 3-4 hours to get this work done. If I actually want to relax tonight and watch a film or something like that, I actually need to just crack on and get it done. In fact, I'll show you what I've been doing. So last year I did transformation of the year. So this was last year's, right? So we've got, let me focus here. We've got Mark, we've got Louis, we've got Josh, we've got Jake, and then we've got Rob. Now this year's even fucking better than last year's, mate. So it's in higgledy-piggledy order here for some reason. I'll just scroll through. So it's starting with number 2. So Kieran, we've got Kieran, did my photo shoot. The left, by the way, that's February. That's fucking nuts to go from that in February to that in June. Dill, I think that's a similar time frame. We've got Jack, that's a similar time frame as well, February to June, because he also did the photo shoots. We've got Rob, that's like January to October, that's obviously bodybuilding prep. And then we've got Connor, that was literally 8 weeks on Eliminate. That is fucking nuts, but it's crazy to see the quality of the transformations, and the results has just skyrocketed this last year, mate. Honestly, just getting lads absolutely peeled left, right and centre. And the mad thing is as well, there's so many other contenders that could have potentially got in there. Like, the number of results we got this year, which probably could have like won last year's, is fucking crazy. So yeah, I'm going to post that on Instagram next week, and we'll see who wins. Based on engagement, I've got an idea of who's going to win. Like, based on like which post out of those, when I initially posted them, got the most likes. But we'll have to see. I don't know. I do think he'll win though, to be honest, because yeah, I'm not going to reveal who I think it will, but we'll have to see. So yeah, I'm going to have this, which, if you know me and you've watched me for a while, just looking at these ingredients, you should know exactly what this meal is. So I'm going to cook this up now, and we'll have this in a second. So, meal number, no, we don't do that around here. This is my dinner? Tea? Is that what they call it in Manchester? Tea? I think it is. I think that's a northern thing, isn't it? Tea. Because I've always, I don't know actually. It's interchangeable. Sometimes I'll say tea, sometimes I'll say dinner. Anyway, that, you know what I mean? Next meal I have, supper. When you see what I'm having, you probably wouldn't be able to call it supper, but it's the classic chicken chorizo gnocchi. I went quite a while without having this, and it was a petty reason, proper petty reason. I don't even know why. I think it's just, I think it's more of a, what's the name of it? It's a mindset. What's it called? Not a poverty mindset. Oh, what the fuck is that called? Anyway, I'm still, whenever I shop nowadays, like, when it comes to money, I'm comfortable, okay? I'm not fucking rich, but I'm comfortable. However, when I shop, for some reason, I shop as if I'm literally broke as fuck. And I see something, like, literally, right, if something's on a net to price, I'm all over it. Fucking club card prices, net to prices, I'm all over it. Like Squares bars, I'll only buy Squares bars if they're on net to prices. Cheese, that cheese, yeah. What Sainsbury's like to do is rotate. So there's a Cathedral City grated cheese, and there's the one I actually like, the extra mature one that you saw earlier. And I only clocked this today, so I just see the purple sticker and go, yeah, I'm having that. And I looked at it today, the difference in price, bro, it's 25p. It's fucking 25p. And I looked at it today, and it wasn't on net to prices, and I nearly went for the Cathedral City one, and then I thought to myself, Morg, mate, come on. It's 25p, sort yourself out. But yeah, that's why I didn't buy gnocchi for so long, was because you used to be able to get a pack of gnocchi for like £1. Now it's like £2.50. Like, actual money wise, obviously it's only £1.50, but when you're eating it every day, it adds up quite quick. And like percentage wise, that's what, like 150% more? Like, inflation's ridiculous. I remember when bagels were like a quid for a pack of bagels, and then on club card prices you could get them from like 70p. And I sound like a granddad saying this, yeah, but I'm only talking like 2 years ago. I'm not even talking about that long ago. It's fucking crazy, mate. It's nuts. Like, although they say inflation's what, is it 5% or something like that? It's definitely not. Like, if you were to isolate inflation just down to food, I reckon food inflation's like, it's got to be close to 50%. Got to. It's fucking crazy. But rant over. I'm going to eat my chicken chorizo gnocchi before it goes cold because it's absolutely delicious. And I will see you for my final meal. After this, I'm basically just going to watch. I'm watching at the moment Black Doves. Is it called? Is it called Black Doves? Black Angels? Something like that. Anyway, me and Sally were sat there the other day, and just before I was about to leave to drive back up to Manchester, the trailer for it started playing on Netflix, and we were both like, fuck, that looks good. Yeah, it is, Black Doves. It's good on Netflix, watch it anyway. It takes a little bit of time to get into, but really, really good. Little suggestion for you there. I've just remembered the name of it. It's called a scarcity mindset. Finally, last meal, I'm about to cook. Slightly later than usual because I got too engrossed in that series, and I was like, I need to go cook. I also don't want to pause this. So it's currently 10 o'clock. I'm cooking, you'll see. I'm cooking a lovely, lovely, lovely butter chicken curry, mate. This, by the way, this stuff is unreal. You can get it from, I think Sainsbury's is the only place that sells it, you know. Like Sainsbury's or Co-op are the only two places. Whenever I used to shop at Tesco, they never sold it. In fact, no, that brand, Kohinoor or whatever the fuck it is, they do the other ones. I think they've got normal chicken tikka. They've got, what's that really spicy curry called? I don't know, because I usually stick to korma, tikka masala and butter chicken, but the butter chicken one is honestly phenomenal. It's unreal. And the great thing about it is I don't like onions, and it hasn't got onions in, which is brilliant. Like the normal jars of curry sauce have usually got onions in, which I fucking hate. Onions are like my number one public enemy. I absolutely hate them, have done since a kid, so I can't eat anything with onions in. So yeah, you literally just cook the chicken, takes 5 minutes, throw the sauce in, let it simmer for 15 minutes, bang your microwave in the rice. Oh my god, bang your microwave in the rice, fucking hell. Bang your rice in the microwave. I would usually have naan bread with it, but I ain't got the calories for that today. If it was a training day, I probably would, so tomorrow I might get myself some naan bread. And the final meal of the day is the old trusty faithful. It looks horrendous, just sat there without any naan bread. It looks boring as fuck. But I can assure you, it tastes, in fact, let's give it a taste test. Live on cam. What minute hot? Just doesn't let you down. It's so good, so fuck that. Please get it. It's like £1.90 from the shop or something like that. Honestly, unbelievable, so good. And that wraps up today's hybrid, full day of eating and day in the life. It wasn't much of a day in the life because we didn't fucking do anything other than work. I mean, what did I do? We had 2 emails, 6 check-ins, replied to obviously a load of client messages, and watched a couple of, no, I did do something else. What else did I do? Apologies, SD card ran out. I don't know at what point it cut out, but I'm just gonna assume that's my camera saying, shut the fuck up, Morg, you're chatting absolute bollocks. So I'm gonna wrap the video up here. We finished the day on, let me tell you the exact macros and calories, 3,123 calories, 221 grams protein, 347 carb, and 88 fat. But like I said at the start of the video, I'm not really arsed about carbs and fats on a rest day. If it was a training day, a little bit more bothered, but even still, I've been preferring higher fats anyway, just because in the past, during bulks, when I've really tried my best to keep my fat intake, like at one point I was pushing 600-700 grams of carbs and not going over 50 grams of fat. But in order to do that, my diet was literally just Cocoa Pops, protein shake, Cocoa Pops, protein shake, banana, apple juice. It was just pure sugar, mate, which one isn't great in terms of like appetite and just generally enjoying what you're eating on a day-to-day basis, but also if you think about fucking gut health and shit like that, I did notice that my gut, like my digestion just went to absolute shit. My teeth didn't fall out because I still brush them, which is the main thing most people worry about when it comes to like eating like that, is the sugar intake. But it was mainly enjoyment, and like realistically, I'm already consuming, I mean today's a rest day and I've already consumed what, nearly 400 grams of carbs. Even if I was to go and train in the morning fasted, I would still get a pretty fucking good session in, because I think people forget your muscles do in fact actually store glycogen within them. So even if you train fasted, you've still got glycogen within them, so you'll be fine. But that is all for this video. Like I say, didn't really do much in terms of the day in life. Maybe I'll film an actual day in the life where I'm actually fucking doing some exciting shit, but to be honest, the life of an online coach is not quite as glamorous as people make out. It is pretty much check-ins, reply to messages, make a bit of content, go to the gym, and repeat that 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week. But I love it. It is what it is. I'm changing fucking lives, and that's all that matters. So, if you're interested in taking part in Eliminate, like I say, spaces go live on 30th of December. The only way to access them is via the priority list, so click the link down below to join the priority list, and then we get started on January 6th. £99, 8 weeks of coaching from myself, rapid fat loss, you can't go wrong, mate. So just even if you're not sure, just sign up to the priority list, mate. It doesn't cost anything, yeah? So, I'll see you in the next video. Drop a like, comment, and I'll speak to you soon.